Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be doing some Hoya example solves, solving the cross and solving the last two centers. Alright, so let's start with 4x4. So, the first thing I see is I can make two edges like this. That pairs those up, and then I can insert down here. Next thing I see is I can do a L2 R prime, which will solve this edge, and then set up this one for an insert. And I can do the same thing here. I can do an R prime, which will solve this, and then insert this wing. Here I can just do an insert like this to solve this edge right here. And then I'll do an FL, F prime, and then I'll solve these two, solving the yellow on the top and the orange in the front. And then L prime, F prime. And I solved with the wrong color scheme. That's my bad. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Okay. Next cube is 5x5, and this color scheme is correct. So the first thing I see is okay, green looks pretty good. So I can do a U prime F2 to solve this inner edge, and then U2 wide R U prime wide R prime, L2 small L prime U prime small L, and that solves this edge right here. And then I'll do a D prime because I see this, and I'll do it. Actually, what I can do is I can preserve this wing while inserting this by doing an R prime F2 R. So that solves these two, and then I just need the last one. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's back here, so I'll just do that. It's probably not the most efficient thing, but it works. Okay, so I'll actually, before I do a D prime, I'll do an R D prime, and then I'll do an insert like this. So small L prime U prime small L, which solves this, and then I can just insert this one immediately. Here I'll do an R prime D prime, L prime U2L, solve this, and then M prime U2M to solve this inner edge. So that solves my cross, and then I'll do FL. I have a T right here, like this. So I can make these two bars right here by doing that. And then I'll solve this last part of the center like this. Okay, now on the 6x6. So what I see here is in the back I have these two that are solved pretty well. And here I'll do an R and then insert like this. And I'll find the other wing, so it's back here. So I'll do an R prime, U2, and then insert. Here I can do a D prime, F prime, and then solve this wing, which will make an okay case. So I can just do a 3R, or I could do a L prime 3R, U prime 3R prime L, and the last inner wing is right here. So I'll do a B2 and then just insert it normally. Okay, D prime, and here I can do an F. Okay, I'm going to solve this, and then I'm also going to bring this to a good spot. So I'll do a F, R prime F, which brings this into a good spot where I can just insert it like this, and then I see this one back here. So I'll immediately go into this, and then I can solve this right after, like this. So that's this edge right here, D prime, and Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do U prime to preserve this F, and then insert this like this, and then solve this edge, and then solve this one like that. So that's my cross, and then I'll do an FL, and I can match these two with these two by doing that, and then I'll move. Actually, I'm going to solve an outer one, so I'll solve these two like this, and then insert, and here I'll do a move like this, so I'll do a slice, U prime, slice back down, which solves this one, and then I'll insert it, and here I can match these and then go straight into a commutator like this. So that solves the centers, and then L prime, F prime, like that. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. Now on to, let me fix my camera. Okay. On to 7x7. So I'm looking around and I don't see much. I see I can do, okay, I'll do a D prime, and then I'll do a move like this. So I'll move the inner 3, U2, and then insert them like that, and then I'll solve this, and then I'll do an L2 to put this at the top, and then I'll insert it. So that's my first edge. Here I could do a D prime, U, F2, and then I'll bring this. Actually, I don't need to bring it up like that. I can just do R, U, and then solve it. And the last one is here, so put that in, and I still need the middle, which is right here. So R, M prime, U, M. That solves this edge, and then D prime, R prime, F, which puts this into a good position. So I'll solve that. I can do R prime U, which puts this here, and then solve it by doing this. Just a normal insert. Okay, so now I can solve these two, and this is a really nice trick. So if they face opposite from each other, so if you have a case like this, this could also be a case on 5x5 like this, where you have these two, then you have this one. What you can do is you can do an M, U2, M prime. That will preserve the centers if you need to for some reason, and then it'll solve this edge. So I can do the same thing here, except just moving the innermost 3. So M, U2, M prime, and that solves my full edge. So here I can do a D2, L, D, U prime, solve this edge, and then solve this one. Actually, no, I'm going to solve this one first, and then solve this one. Like that. And then the last one is back here, so I'll do R prime, U, R, and then just do a normal insertion like that. So that solves this cross. And I also have a corner. I've most of these have had a corner solved. Like this one has a corner solved. This one, they all solve the corner for some reason. Anyway, so I have my cross solved. I'll do an FL. And the way I do these centers is I solve the innermost one. So here I have 4, and I can just insert this one like that. And then I solve one like next to it. And I can solve this outer one like this, and then insert onto the left. So I have these three, and I solve another inner one. And this one's actually already made, so I'm going to insert it like that. Here I would do an R, U prime, and then I can put this one with these by doing M prime, U to M, and then R prime, U prime, and then just solve this like that. And then I'll do a commutator to solve this one right here. And then L prime, F prime, and that solves everything basically. Okay, so those are some Hoya walkthrough solves. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope that they helped you in some way. You can message me on Instagram at cube_algs_101. You can leave a comment down below and I'll reply to it like immediately. You can email me. That'll be in my about me or about page on YouTube. And that's it. So thank you for watching.